There's a drug that's prompting warnings in the US and in other provinces in Canada. It's showing up here too, so we spoke with experts in Winnipeg to find out more. The drug is called Xylazine. It's not approved for humans. It's a sedative used for animals, and it's being cut with other drugs like fentanyl. Just recently, Sunshine House issued this alert about a batch of down containing fentanyl and xylazine being linked to 2 overdoses. The information came from a community member. So what does it do? I asked Corey Guest. He's a paramedic public education coordinator.
So the sedative effects of xylazine are really acute with humans. So the respiratory depression that we're seeing with sort of a generic fentanyl type overdose is definitely worse. Patients' heart rates can be quite low. Their ability to maintain their own airway can be compromised.
Guest says while naloxone helps block the effects of opioids like fentanyl that are present during an overdose, there's no known antidote for xylazine. He says the drug is also being linked to skin ulcers and infections.
They're definitely thinking that the destructive tissue qualities of xylazine is something that we are seeing. And again, I can tell you that in other jurisdictions, and there are harm reduction communities in Winnipeg that are reporting more wound infections, and they seem to be more prevalent. Can I tie that directly to xylazine being in Winnipeg? I can't, but we know that that is a very pertinent side effect of that drug.
So why is it showing up in the drug supply? I spoke with addiction specialist Dr. Jeanette Poulet.
Cutting agents change over time. And so from a dealer perspective, they choose their cutting agents specifically for purposes, right? So it can induce more of a euphoria or that kind of pleasure sensation. It can cause a little bit more sedation and relaxation. And so it's not uncommon that we see veterinary medicines like this xylazine, as well as other things like toad poisons, talc, a lot of products that actually can have dangers to humans.
Right now, she couldn't say how common it is here.
We probably don't have a clear picture. Often there's 1 or 2 cases that pop up, and then we get better at trying to detect it. And then that helps us to grasp a better picture of exact numbers. But essentially that would highlight to me that if we're seeing a couple cases, it's probably a problem.
We do know that the Office of Manitoba's Chief Medical Examiner says it was present in at least 3 overdose deaths in 2022, including 2 in August and 1 in October. Sunshine House says they put an alert out so people know what's out there and how to respond.